Greetings, everyone. It's October 9th. It's 2 months since Coach Bill Jennings passed away. Our family is resuming normal activities and getting back into routines. Also, multiple siblings have felt the urge to call BJ to update him on things. So, figured it's a good time to read one of the letters that was sent by one of BJ's favorite players, one of his top academic and athletic players from St. Joseph's College Pumas. From Mike Bettinger, who graduated in 1980. It's the spring of 1976 and hope is in the air. High school is ending, the trees are in full blossom, and our nation's bicentennial is just around the corner. I leave home in Wisconsin early in the morning, exit Highway 65 for Rensselaer around noon, stop at the Dairy Queen for lunch, and arrive on St. Joseph's campus around 1. The priest offers directions to the football office where, for the first time, I meet Coach Jennings and his sidekick, Fred Mariani. After a quick introduction, Coach says, "I saw your film. I think you can play here, but I can't offer you any money." On cue, Fred asks if I have taken the SAT, and if so, how did I do? I say yes and tell him my score. Fred's eyes light up as he shouts, "Geez, that's good enough for a half scholarship here." Coach smiles, says, "So we got a deal." Rifles through the mounds of paper on his desk to find a summer workout schedule, hands it to me, and closes with, "See you in August." That first day of summer practice is hot, muggy, mosquito-ridden, and downright miserable. In the cooler evening session, Coach asks for volunteers to shag punts, and I eagerly raise my hand. Turns out it was just the two of us chasing balls all over the field. Coach uses this as an opportunity to ask reams of questions, ranging from high school grades, personal interests, siblings, parents, grandparents, you name it. He proudly tells me about his own family. Lots of kids, a loving wife whom we adored, his upbringing outside Chicago, his accomplishments at Purdue, and the history of St. Joseph's College football. He then throws out a challenge. The first guy to drop a punt runs a lap at the nearby cinder track. Well, I lose, but I feel on top of the world as I round the far goal post. Coach knows my name. He is genuine, speaks from the heart, knows how to connect, and challenges others to be their best. I sleep soundly that night with no sheets or a pillow on a rock-hard mattress in Gallagher Hall, feeling that I've met a real hero, a role model for how to build a life. That first season goes a bit sideways as I dislocate my elbow the second week of practice and spend the entire fall rehabbing that injury. All for the best, though, as Coach pulls me aside and throws out a challenge. Focus on the classroom, kid, because a good education sets you up for life. Best advice I ever received. Off to the library each morning and working on core papers late into the evening. As a bonus, we win the conference championship that year when Roy from Battle Creek intercepts a pass late in the fourth quarter and runs it back for a winning touchdown. Coach is absolutely beaming in the locker room, reminding everyone that hard work, smart play, and never giving up wins football games, and it takes you far in life. High expectations for the second season. On another one of those steamy August days amidst the cornfields of Rensselaer, Coach Spig is running the defensive backs through an OSCE drill. OSCE is code for interception. We are scheduled to open the season against a school in the northern Wisconsin region, and I am just hoping to travel with the team. Right before the drill is about to end, our captain and star defensive back, Ralph Waldecki, goes down with a broken collarbone. As the fifth guy in the depth chart, the next thing I hear is, "Bettinger, get in there." So this is it. First time to take the field as a full-fledged Puma. Before the game, Coach pulls me aside and says, "Be smart, hit hard, and keep talking to your teammates to make sure that everyone is on the same page." We lose the game, but Coach's words become additional building blocks for the game of life. Oh, and good news. We beat Valpo in the Snow Bowl, the last game of the season, and repeat as conference champions. The Pumas are on a roll, and we have the rings to show it. The third season is a bit of a jumbled mess. We're at home in the fourth game, I think, of the season, and the team seems a bit off. Coach senses something is amiss and decides that he needs to do something about it. Early in the third quarter, we intercept the pass on the sideline right in front of our bench. The ref calls the play out of bounds, and oh boy, the wheels come off. Coach comes running over, ready to fight. yelling that the ref is dead wrong, the play was in bounds. Remember, we did not have TV replay for our home games. I have a front row seat for the shouting match between coach and refs as it reaches a crescendo. The ref instructs coach to calm down or I'm going to have to throw you out. To which coach responds, "This is my field. You calm down. Matter of fact, you get out of here." Well, that did it. Coach is thrown out of the game. On his way out, he calls me over, gives me a big wink, and says, "That ought to light a fire for the team." He ends up standing outside the fence, persuading a young kid to run plays in for assistant coaches Mariani and Lasco. Turns out that we rally to win the game, and coach leaves us with another valuable life lesson. Take a stand when called for, be clever in doing it, and don't back down. That lesson is reaffirmed a couple weeks later when coach walks into our Friday evening film session. Tells us that our walk-through practice earlier that day was abysmal, that we are not tough enough to win, and that he has purchased some ice cream for his family, which is now melting, so he's decided to go home to be with his wife and kids. The strategy again works. We win big the next day, and in the last game of the season, we beat Valpo, this time at home, for a one-for-the-ages glorious goal line stand. We end up with our first and only blemish in the final standings, finishing second in the conference. But that season, coach leaves us with more life lessons, how to lead, how to motivate, and how to win. We reached the summit in the fourth and final season. By this time, coach and I have figured out how to work together. He toils quietly but tirelessly to get me recognition as a scholar athlete, and I help him when he needs more money from the board for the football program. He just holds me up as an example of what his players can do in the classroom, and board money soon follows. Truth be told, I'm simply putting into practice the guidelines coach has given me for life. Be smart, fight for what's right, lead by example, be clever, outthink others, never give up. I soon learned, however, that these guidelines are not always easy to follow. Witness the Franklin game. Both teams come in undefeated and ranked, and we have a 6-point lead halfway through the fourth quarter. Our cornerback goes down with an injury, so coach orders me to blanket defense on Franklin's star receiver. As he runs off the field, coach cautions that we should watch out for the 10-yard out route. Boom, third down, and they run the out route. Incomplete. Fourth down, same play, same outcome. Well, that's it. We win. But the offense stumbles, has to punt into the wind, and the ball ends up behind the line of scrimmage. What? Our defense thinks the game is over, and now we're back on the field with less than a minute on the clock? We line up, and I hear coach yell, "Don't be too aggressive." Good advice, especially when followed. The Franklin receiver runs an out route. I try to jump it, and just then, the receiver cuts up, heading for the end zone. Oh no. The wind holds up the pass in the air for a bit, allowing me to recover in time to dive and at least tip the ball. Problem is, the tip ball falls into the outstretched arms of the star receiver, who is splayed out on his back in the back of the end zone. Touchdown and extra point. Game over. Worst day of my life up to that point. Coach walks over in the locker room, puts his arm around me and says, "Look, kid, I'll take your style of play any day. You'll win more than you'll lose with that style in life." Those words of encouragement remain etched in my memory and continue to shape my life to this day. Anyway, the team regroups and runs the table on the rest of the season. For the final game, we play Valpo at their place in another snow bowl. Win the game in a blowout, and that means a third conference championship in 4 years for the class of 1980. The visitor locker room runs the gamut of emotions: elation, exhaustion, pure joy. Coach tells us how much he loves us and that what an honor it's been to be part of our 4-year journey. Nothing better than to see the radiant smile on Coach's face, taking pride in all that he has taught us on the field and, more importantly, in life. Move forward to the spring of 1980, about 4 years after having met Coach for the first time, and hope still hangs in the air. College is ending, the campus is awash in color, and we seniors are about to venture out into the real world. I'm on a final stroll around the campus, stopping by the reflection pond, hiking through the grotto, and ending up near the football office where Coach is busy preparing for a new group of incoming players. He shouts, "Hey Archie, what are you up to?" I say that I'm going to take a shot at law school. He nods with approval and says, "Make us proud." That nod and those words continue to inspire me to this day. Thank you, Coach, for being a real hero, a role model for how to build a meaningful life. Mike Archie Bettinger, written on September 16, 2023. Mike was kind enough to reach out to my eldest brother, Bill, and asked if BJ could take a call from him. Frankly, one of the last calls from a non-family member before he passed away, and they had a great visit on the phone. BJ was really excited about it, and Mike was kind enough to join us in Indianapolis to celebrate his life in October. So just wanted to read that into the camera, one of our favorite communications, and invite anybody else to feel free to put any thoughts on paper or send a clip of your favorite BJ memory. Thanks so much.